topical videos so that you can get more views, and because you can't, what's the point of being a partner if you're not getting mass viewership? You're not really going to get much from that if you're only getting 100 views a video.
Hello everybody, this is olgakay, and some people call me Moosh Mommy. Moosh! So on top of what Rafi said, I would say do a lot of collaboration videos with a lot of other YouTubers and build your channel and then apply for the partnership.
I could just, I guess, just say that he spoke for me to speed up time.
Alright, I have hard candy in my mouth, which is a bad idea. I'm Freddie Wong. Brandon and I here, we run the Freddie W channel. 100 people, 100 views per video. I would say the first step is look outside YouTube and start looking around the other online communities and other places where you can sort of put your stuff and try and find people to build from there. We found for us, it's like you always have a sort of stronger and more consistent following if you start outside of YouTube and then bring people to it. And there's more people there, it's more diverse of an audience.
To expand on what Freddie said, basically the 100 views is not going to be enough to bump you up in search results to ever get it exposed to any new people. And so by targeting smaller communities, various blogs and stuff, you can start to grow that viewership beyond the first 100 and find people there, and then eventually they'll start being in the YouTube search results as well. You can expand from there.
Hi, my name is Corey, and I would say that for anybody who's not receiving the amount of views that they would like to on the video, I feel like consistency and constantly producing content really helps, because I would say that video makers make videos, and anybody on this panel, anybody in this room, their first videos, probably they're not overly proud of, they find them rather embarrassing. And so you have to make 20 or 30 or 50 videos before you really start finding how to do it and what you enjoy doing. So just keep making a lot of content and know that maybe one day you could private those old videos so nobody can see them.
Hi, I'm the Will of DC, since he didn't come. But if he was here, I think he would say, start by just getting totally into YouTube, commenting on other people's videos, and asking them to check your channel out. So you guys, if you want to line up and ask questions, as much as I like to hear myself talk, and your questions are more important than mine. So if I'm a new partner and I started out and I'm just logging into my computer, so I'm not using anything fancy. So what's the first step to making higher quality videos for somebody who's pretty new? Like, to making the transition from just like, you know, my bed's unmade in the background and I'm talking into my computer, to making something as cool as you do?
One thing I've recommended to a lot of people as a way to delve into the YouTube community is get involved through other sites. Use Twitter if somebody uses Blog TV, or Ustream. There are a lot of people who have gotten involved in the community, who go to VidCon, go to events like this, who don't necessarily, they didn't start off with a lot of videos, they didn't start off with a lot of subscribers, but they were really awesome people and just kind of made friends with the right people in a way that I would probably admit is totally not fair, but by connecting with the right YouTubers, just kind of by being their friends, by being around, by being involved, that can really help you and teach you and bring you to events like this and like VidCon, which I find like a really, really good learning opportunity.
Margaret, were you asking how to improve on vlog style content, or how to transition?
Like in terms of the production quality of your videos, like the step between vlogging into your, you know, to like making videos with some production values.
Some production value. Well, if your target is to do vlog style content, I think that I wouldn't worry so much about equipment, more about yourself, because people don't really, I don't think ultimately they don't really care about the quality of the video. That's kind of an added icing on the cake. Basically, if you can ice cream on a cake. Yeah. But basically, I'd say just practice going outside your comfort zone on camera and really pushing yourself, because I feel like it's easier to dial yourself back than to increase your energy on camera. And so really push yourself beyond it. You can always just think just later you can cut it out. And I think most of the time you'll end up not cutting it out. You'll end up keeping your most your most energetic stuff is what's going to end up being in the final product.
I would say in general, this is speaking of vlog content and also just any content, is edit it down, get it short, get it concise. Like every point you make, put it this way, like when you do a job interview, it's like everyone's like, oh, you got the first 5 seconds, you have to make a good first impression, right? It's the same way with your videos. You have the first 5 seconds of your video to get a viewer to be like, am I going to watch this or am I going to click off? You know, or I'm going to go check my Facebook because my friend's chatting with me. So you have to get on there quickly, and you need to get your points across, and you need to develop your voice and cut it down. If it's 30 seconds long and you have 20 seconds of content, you cut those 10 seconds out, you make a 20-second video, you know what I mean? So I would say that's probably the most important thing, is you want to make sure that when you put something out, that it's concise, that it gets your points across very quickly, and that you deliver sort of your impressions, because that's your chance to convert over somebody who's like a new viewer to somebody who will come back and check out your stuff.
I agree with what everybody's saying. I think it really comes down to what are you really trying to do? What is your ultimate goal, whether it's YouTube or not? Like, because if you are a vlogger, then you're a vlogger. There's, you know, you can make yourself look nicer eventually, but like they were saying, it doesn't matter too much with quality when you're a vlogger. So what do you want to do? It's not going to happen overnight to do high quality content. For those of us up here that are more, you know, filmmakers, we either went to film school, or we've really, you know, learned from someone who did, or practiced and made so many different things to start understanding, started dissecting movies or television shows to really understand what things like the 180 line is, which if you don't know what it is and you want to be a filmmaker, that's a problem. So, you know, you need to be, what do you want to do? And then you try to get yourself to there. And if you're someone that maybe doesn't have that film background, there is opportunity to find people that are doing similar things to you, reaching out to your own community and finding people that maybe have the film degree looking to start doing things that can start collaborating with you and become the person that helps make your stuff look good. And for us, part of our rise, we were successful on our own, but it wasn't until we started kind of bringing what we do in our professional, higher elevated content to the Shane Dawsons and other people of the world that didn't have that skill set initially to then help them do bigger and higher quality projects that you'll end up learning from being around that at the same time. So what do you want to do, and then take the steps to get there. It's not just going to happen. You can't just be a good filmmaker. You have to put in the work, even though sometimes it feels like it's YouTube. You want to just put it up. There is work, and for all of us, it's been years of doing this to get us to where we are now.
Thank you. You're amazing. When I started, I didn't know how to edit or film or even talk to the camera. So I went through a lot of uncomfortable moments on my own. And but what I did is I got some roommates like Joe Nation and Exotic Jess. And he's an amazing filmmaker, and we help each other, we motivate each other, we give each other ideas, and I think the videos grow and they become better if you have somebody that you can work with. So find friends, make friends, and create something together. Oh, have a brother.
I went to film school. I know that that's kind of like become almost like a stigma that a lot of people end up, especially something on YouTube, is kind of like, oh, we can do this all on our own and learn everything on our own. And I didn't go that way. I completely learned everything that I know, and like whenever we're wanting to do bigger productions and we have that ability of having a crew, that's fantastic, and we're able to even elevate it more because there's only so much you can do with 2 people. But most of the time, everything that you see on our channel is just done by the 2 of us, and that's kind of how you have to do it on YouTube. But hey, go to film school and learn how to light and do sound, and you know, be a filmmaker.